Hey there, welcome to today's Reason for Hope. And I've been reading a book by Rachel Held Evans, and it got me thinking about something that I thought might offer a little bit of hope on this day. And it talks about something going on in the book of Job. If you're not familiar with the book of Job, it's one of the books in the Old Testament, and it's a book that causes a lot of questions. And honestly, that's what it's supposed to do. It's not designed to necessarily wrap things up in a cute little story. It's designed to challenge us and to help us ask questions about God and suffering and all those things that go along with it. And see, Job literally loses everything in a moment. And then Job responds to that as one would expect by mourning and being just broken and quiet. And he has these friends that come and sit with him, and honestly, that's probably the best thing they do is just to sit with him for a little while, because once they start talking, they start trying to explain things, explain why this happened to God, to Job, blame either Job or God or whoever. They offer kind of all this stuff and noise within that, and Job still just kind of sits there. And then at the end, there's a little bit of interaction, and then finally God enters the scene and speaks directly to Job, and Job gets a chance to speak back ever so briefly, and God speaks again, and it's a powerful moment where God really talks about, hey, this is going to be beyond your scope, Job. This is going to be beyond anything you're able to fully grasp and understand. That's kind of the point. I'm God, the creator of the universe. I can hook the Leviathan. I can put the feathers on an ostrich. I can do all these incredible, amazing things. You're not going to be able to understand this world fully as it is created. But I'm here talking to you, Job. I'm here having a conversation with you because you have lost everything. And because you're in a time of mourning and in a time of silence. And quite honestly, your friends aren't helping all that much. It's a powerful little moment there at the end. And again, I don't think that it necessarily answers all the questions that it raises, but it provides a couple of good insights, I thought. One, if you're a person right now that feels lost and broken and that you have lost so much, well, then maybe the people around you actually aren't helping all that much. People like me, Christians, we often try to explain things. We often try to make things better or to make ourselves feel better by what we might tell you. And if that's happened to you, I'm really sorry, and kind of give you full permission to be able to ignore that. But then something happens at the end of this as well, where God is speaking to Job and speaking to those friends, and he says to those friends, hey, you weren't all that helpful. You guys need to go off and do some offerings here. And my friend Job is going to pray on your behalf. And I'm going to listen to his prayer because he is the one that gets it. He's the one that's in relationship with me. He's the one whose prayers I'm hearing. And maybe that's our reason for hope for today. That if you are feeling broken and lost and overwhelmed, God's here to tell you, hey, yours are the prayers that I'm listening to. Yours are the ones on behalf of others that I want to have a conversation with you about, because you are the theologian. You are the one that understands suffering and loss, and you're the one that God wants to engage with on this day. If that's where you're at, I hope that this is a good reminder for a good reason for hope. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here next time.